has arrived, and we've got baseball from Progressive Field in Cleveland. Tonight, the first of this three-game weekend series between the Oakland A's and the Cleveland Indians. Which of these two will prevail? Next on the show. Corey Kluber will be on the mound for the series opener. EK, what do you got?
Well, guys, this year his strikeout to walk ratio has been outstanding, so look for a lot of strikeouts here in this one.
Rich Ayala heads for the batter's box, and we are just about ready for some evening baseball.
Center fielder, number 10.
Underway now on a Friday night as the first pitch of our series misses for ball one. Eric, we take a look at the Tribe as they begin here tonight. They come in looking to make it two in a row as they were winners last time out.
Yeah, and you look back to that last game, you'll take production like that anytime you can get it. It makes a starter's life easier. Heck, it makes your whole staff breathe easier.
And now a called strike that time as the zone expands a bit here. It's 2-1 now. Figure we'll probably see a heavy dose of that sinker here tonight.
It's really a pitch you'll lean on, especially when he needs that ground ball. But even in situations like this where he's just trying to get ahead.
Grounded to the right. Glove by Santana. And he'll take this to the bag himself. And there's your first out of the ball game. With that, here's Bob Melvin's lineup for the visiting Oakland A's. What's the key for them to win this series opener, Steve?
This team has to find a way to hit more balls into the gaps and get some big extra base hits. They hit into more double plays than any other team in baseball, and as you know, that's going to take the wind out of your sails.
George Springer will stand in now as we take a look there at the difference in his numbers between June and July. Inside with the slider, and that'll back him up a bit.
If there's one thing base stealers don't like, it's when you throw at their legs. Now, that's their meal ticket you're messing with.
One 0 pitch is a sinker swung on and missed 1-1. Time for a look at our umpires in this one. Behind the plate is James Kingsley.
Yeah, guys, he's a very solid umpire. Well respected for the strike zone he calls and the consistency he brings to the job.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Hit hard to short. To his left. Lindor. Throw gets him. 2 down. And with that, let's give you a look at how the Tribe stacks up defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. EK, what do you got?
Well, guys, this defense really revolves around the catcher. Very good back there, blocks a lot of the balls, guides that pitching staff. Really the most important guy on this defense.
Tom Noonan gets his first opportunity now in the top of the first with nobody on. Kluber gets the sign. Here's the first pitch. First pitch curveball runs in a bit too tight. It's ball 1. You got to figure that man right there would be more than happy to see this guy at the plate taking his swings with 2 out and nobody on all night long.
So would the guy on the mound.
Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. Not close. It's 2-0.
Yeah, and he didn't even have to think twice about that one. And now he's got a good hitters count here, 2-0.
Here it comes, 2-0. Hot shot to third. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. 1-2-3 go the A's. And now the Indians will see what their bats can do in a scoreless ball game. Jesse Hahn gets the starting nod for the A's in this one. Eric, any thoughts?
Well, guys, if you take a look at that whip, you can see he's been struggling all year long. A lot of base runners.
Francisco Lindor comes to the plate to lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
For the Tribe, the shortstop, Francisco Lindor.
Hot shot on the ground is short. Backhanded. Throw on to first, and one shortstop grounds out to the other, one away. Time now in Cleveland to take a glance at the Tribe's starting lineup. Who are you focused on, EK?
Well, I'm watching the man they call Dr. Smooth, Michael Brantley. He's having a really nice season with the bat, sporting a slugging percentage over 500, so there's a good chance he'll have some sort of impact offensively in this one.
Jason Kipnis will stride forward now, looking to keep that hit streak alive. Currently at 6 games entering play. And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball 1. And Eric, this Oakland ball club entering play here tonight. They've been fairly punchless of late, losing last time out and in fact dropping 6 of their last 7.
Yeah, and this game's not always that hard. You hit the ball, you throw the ball, you catch the ball, but lately they haven't been doing any of the 3 particularly well. That's going to need to change, and soon.
From the windup, the 2-0 pitch. And he'll lay the fastball in here to get the count back to 2-1. A pretty dangerous spot for that one.
I don't think it was by design. It's one thing to miss your spots out of the zone, but when you miss in the zone, especially up, that's when you tend to get hurt.
That's going to even up the count at 2-2. Chop foul over towards the dugout. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. On the move is Lagares. He's got it. A nice play there. 2 away. And with a quick breather here, let's get a quick glance at the Oakland A's defense. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric, what do we need to know?
Well, guys, George Springer has so many athletic talents. He's basically a 5-tool player. Defensively, he does so many things well, and it's allowed him to really impact this ball club.
Michael Brantley gets his first cuts now. The bases are empty, and there are 2 away here in the opening frame.
Yeah, nothing doing so far here. He kind of needs to put up a tough at-bat right here just to make this guy work a little bit.
You'll start him here with a changeup, but it's taken for ball 1. And a high strike there. It's 1-1.
A high fastball that time in the strike zone and on the outside corner. But that is a dangerous spot to be pitching if you're only throwing in the low 90s.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. Foul right at the plate. The count moves now to 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. 2 out, nobody on. Two and two now with 2 away and the base is empty. And they're working the outer half here, but that one's wide for ball 3. Yan Gomes would be next. Drilled on the ground is short. Simeon's got it. Oh, and he overshoots his first baseman as it's over his head.
Yeah, and that's a 2-out error right here in the first inning. Now, you hate to prolong any inning, but especially the first one. Now you're going to force your guy to face another dangerous hitter in this inning when he should be relaxing in the dugout.
Yan Gomes will stand in, and as you can see, he's had troubles here in his own ballpark. He's much better away from home. Here comes the first pitch. And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike one.
Well, you know, you hear it all the time because it's true. First pitch strikes are so important. It really changes the complexion of the at-bat for not only the pitcher but the hitter as well, especially when you've got a good hitter up there.
He's set. Here's the 0-1. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. Hit the target, but this is low, 2-1. And a breaking ball in the dirt that time for a ball.
Yeah, he's got a base open, but I don't think you want to put 2 men on for that guy in the very first inning. No thanks.
3-1 is a fastball, and he can't connect. 3-2.
And on the mound, you'd like to finish this off, but still, you don't have to lay one in there on 3-2.
Hit hard up the middle. And that's through into center field. Base hit. The throw home. And not in time as the run scores.
Well, you give a good RBI guy a chance in the first inning, chances are he's going to come through. You see here, he delivers a solid base hit, and the throw home's not in time to prevent that first run from scoring.
Here's Carlos Santana now. As this is popped foul behind the plate, it's strike one. A runner on first with 2 away. Outside for a ball, 1-1. To first. Played on the backhand. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. So 1 run on 1 hit, 1 error, and 1 man left on. Second inning coming up from Progressive Field. It's the Indians 1 and the A's nothing. Leading off the inning, Tyler Ladendorf, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
And you know, guys, I love a guy like this leading off an inning for you. He makes good contact and he can run.
First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike.
Well, that's just unfair right there. I mean, most guys throw a 91-mile-an-hour fastball. He's throwing a 91-mile-an-hour slider.
And this ball is crushed deep down the right field line. And it'll fade just at the end and winds up a long foul ball. Kluber's ready. Here's the 0-2. And a good bite to that slider as he swings through it for the first out of the inning.
Well, you're always gunning for a strikeout when he's at the plate because his legs make him so dangerous, even when he hits just a slow grounder. So nice job of keeping him off base right there.
Danny Valencia steps in for the first time. One of those guys really needing something to click at the plate right now. It's been a rough go of it lately. And a slider tails outside for ball 1. Pitch to the plate is a slider for a strike, and it's all knotted up at 1-1. And that one misses here as he falls behind the Oakland third baseman. 2-1 now.
Well, this is a guy up there that's not hitting a ton right now, but he can still work the count, and that alone can be beneficial to an offense.
Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Chopped at the plate, but it gets foul. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. And this misses, so that'll fill the count at 3-2. Swing and a liner toward the gap in left center. But this will hang up just enough as he takes it in stride in left center for the second out.
The minute he hits that, he's thinking it's a base hit all the way, but this is one of those situations where you get penalized for hitting the ball too hard. And this stayed up long enough to find the outfielder's glove out there.
Here's the catcher, Travis d'Arnaud. And he lays off there, 1-0. He'll come in here at 259. A dozen home runs and 44 RBIs. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. Very patient here in these opening few innings.
And I think that's exactly what they're going to need to do. The more hitters counts that you can get yourself in, the more fastballs you're going to see. And this is a good fastball hitting team.
Hitters count. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Chop foul at the plate. Strike one. Set to deliver on 2-1. And he misses low here, so the count goes to 3-1.
Good at bat so far here with 2 away. You're going to go down in order. At least make that guy work for it. Got himself back into a fastball count now.
2 out, nobody on. And, that should have been ball 4 there, but it's a called strike, and that runs things full at 3-2.
Well, he's been in a tough stretch offensively, and this sure ain't going to help.
Ready to deliver the full count pitch. Right side, hit hard. And this will get through into right, and he's aboard with a single.
And that'll break the string of 5 straight to start the night. They finally get their first base runner here with 2 outs in the second. Good to at least get something on this guy before he really settles into a groove out there.
Marcus Semien will get his first opportunity now. 0 for 4 in Wednesday's ball game. First offering on its way. Trying to jam him with the first pitch slider, but it's in a bit too tight for ball 1.
Now you've got the tying run over at first. 2 away. He's going to be looking to try and find a gap right here and bring that guy all the way around to score.
1-0 pitch on the way. And he looks at a changeup in there. 1-1. 2 out with the man at first. Sent on the ground out to second. And he'll just step on second for the force, and that'll do it for this half inning. So no runs on a hit here, no errors, 1 man left on. On now to the bottom of the second. It's the Indians 1 and the A's nothing. Juan Uribe will get his first shot at it here, and he's got to be hoping to turn things around because you see the numbers over the last 5 games. Not much going on there at all. And this is going to be just foul down the line as that had double written all over it. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Smoke toward the hole. He'll get to this one deep in the hole. Throw in time at first. A nice play in short right for the first out.
Yeah, and he had to range deep for this one, and you've also got to worry about that ball hitting the lip of the outfield grass. So you got to hang with it just like he did, and he made a nice play.
Standing in now, Abraham Almonte. Batting left-handed here as he takes a look at strike one.
And if you're not careful, this is the kind of guy that can run off 6 scoreless innings against you from here out. So that first inning run isn't something you can bank on holding up.
Hard hit ball to second. Leidendorf is there in time to first, and there are 2 away.
Now these infielders have been busy early on, and that's another ground ball out for them. Probably not going to be the last one we see either.
Joey Butler will stand in, and as you check out his righty-lefty splits, no surprise that he hits better against the southpaws than he does against right-handers. Called a strike on the outer half, 0-1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And now a curveball that bounces up to the plate. It's 1-1. And he lays off for a ball. 2-1. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. He'll take the turn and head for second. And he will stroll in there standing with a 2-out double.
Well, this guy's been in desperate need of anything, something. Give him something positive. So this is just what the doctor ordered. It's a mistaken location, no doubt about that. And when a guy's scuffling, this is like a gift from heaven, as he jumps all over it and drives it for 2 bases.
Colin Cowgill will make his way in now as you get a look at his splits there on your screen. Just got a piece up the line, and he'll smartly just ensure that this stays a foul ball. Right over the top with that curveball, and it's 0-2.
And you kind of get the sense that he's not really messing around out there too much. There hasn't been a whole lot of setting guys up here in this inning. He's just trying to get himself back into that dugout as fast as he can.
Here it comes on 0-2. Got him swinging in the dirt. The throw to first is in time, and the inning is over. Danger averted following the 2-out double. More in a moment on the show, the Friday Night Showcase. Juan Lagares will stand in for the first time. 1 for 3 back on Wednesday.
Juan Lagares.
Kluber steps into his windup. First pitch on its way. And he starts the number 8 hitter with a strike. 0-1. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Cowgill sprinting after it, but he won't have a play. This is down and into the gap. And he will make it into second with a 2-base hit here to begin the third.
Yeah, good chance to get that early run right back. This is a great swing right here. He drives this one all the way out to the wall, and he's into second with a leadoff double.
Josh Fegley will get an opportunity now following the leadoff double.
And with his guys down by a run, at the very least, you need to try to shoot something to the right side. Hopefully get that runner over to third with 1 out. Starts him out with a slider for a strike.
Well, we'll give you a look there at the graphic. That's now 10 doubles for him on the season. 0-1, here's the pitch. And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact. Line drive to center field. Lays himself out and makes a spectacular catch.
Wow, tough play.
And he is in there.
You know, it's always a danger as an outfielder when you try to make a play like this. You worry about that wrist because sometimes you can get it tucked under when you hit the ground and you can twist it up pretty good or maybe even break it. But here, not only does he come away unhurt, but he also comes away with the baseball.
Stepping in now, Rich Ayala, as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. Any thought to bringing the infield in here with one away?
Still a little early in my book. A run you can live with. What you don't want to do is let this snowball into a big inning.
Here it comes, 1-0. That evens it up, 1-1. One out and a runner on third. And this ball runs away for ball 2, 2-1.
When you start that pitch off the edge, most guys know well enough to lay off. You've got to start it on the edge if you want them to chase.
He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Has to be thinking strikeout here. He got him, and it'll probably take a base hit now to get that runner across from third.
And here, I mean, if this is a high chopper to short, it's an RBI. If it's a lazy fly to right, it's an RBI. Point is, you've got to put the ball in play with a runner on third and one out. That's just basic execution that's lacking right there.
Here's George Springer as he'll take a look at ball 1. Swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. Line drive to left. Coming on is Brantley, but he won't get there. It's a base hit. They'll cash in here as the run is in to score from third. It's 1-1.
Well, a good job of bailing out his two teammates before him who couldn't get that run in. He comes through with two away to finally get the job done.
Into the box now, Tom Noonan, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1.
That's a good pitch call right there on that fastball away. That works almost like a pitch out, just in case he's thinking about it over there at first.
Swing and a liner. A screaming base hit here, his first of the night.
Boy, not only was that pitch bearing in tight on him, but it got there in a hurry. You can see he's barely able to get the bat through the zone, but somehow he manages to steer it into left field for a base hit.
In now, Tyler Ladendorf, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. Two down, runners at first and second. Here's a breaking ball outside, and now it's even 1-1.
And if he can get himself into a fastball count, don't be surprised if he has a big cut at something. Maybe try and break this tie ball game.
Swing and a ball hit out toward right center. Calgill shading to his right. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. A's have to settle for just the one. We'll head now to the home half of inning number 3. All tied at 1-1. Francisco Lindor will dig in again. He grounded out to start the home first.
Not really a good at-bat there. Forget getting out, but he didn't see any pitches as well.
Ripped on the ground to first. And he'll reach to start the inning as this ball gets through him, a base hit.
Maybe these guys are going to start getting a little more aggressive here early in the count. Well, this is the first pitch of the inning, and he's on base here to kick things off.
Stepping in, Jason Kipnis. He flew out in his last at-bat. Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. Leadoff man aboard here in a 1-1 ball game. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
Yeah, and it doesn't look like he's trying to get a ground ball here. He's coming right after him, trying to get a punch out.
Swing and a miss on the fastball, and that's the first out.
If you want to see a guy get blown away at the plate, this is just one finger down 3 times in a row. He was just overmatched there.
Here's Michael Brantley. Chop foul right at home plate at strike 1.
Boy, Michael Brantley certainly has blossomed into one of the elite players in this league. He's a good all-around talent, and in 2014 was really his coming-out party.
That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
Oh, and that's a good fastball right there. He might have been thinking about protecting against that sinker.
Runner on first here with 1 gone and a 1-1 tie. Got him looking with the fastball as that had some two-seam movement to it. 2 gone.
Well, so much for being thrown out of rhythm by that leadoff single. Doesn't seem to have affected him one bit. Come back with the 2 straight strikeouts, and now he's turned things around in this inning.
Into the box now, Yan Gomes. He reached on a single in his first try. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Grounded to third. Scooped up. Throw on to second for the force, and the side is retired. 1 left for the Tribe. Through 3 complete, all tied 1 apiece. Danny Valencia is ready here as we begin the top of the 4th.
Third baseman, Danny Valencia.
First pitch of the inning is taken low and away for a ball. It's 1-0. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. And that one misses here as he falls behind the Oakland third baseman. 2-1 now. Swing and a little tapper. That's a foul ball. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Calling for it, Almonte. And that's the first out of the inning.
And you know, he's kind of going through a stretch right now where the ball just isn't jumping off his bat. He's got a good pitch to hit right here. Looked like he put a good swing on it, but it just didn't go anywhere.
Settling in now, Travis d'Arnaud. He singled his last time up. Lays off 1-0. In for a strike. It's 1-1. 1 run, 4 hits, and 1 error on the Oakland line score. Slider is in there, and now it's 1-2.
Now you can't look for a specific pitch. You just got to protect the plate.
Chop foul at the plate. It'll remain 1-2. Kluber sets his sights, looking to put him away here on a ball and 2 strikes. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Chop foul at the plate, and the count holds at 2-2. Down the third baseline. Oh, and it eats him up a bit. And they'll wind up with no play here as he reaches first safely.
The batter, number 13, shortstop,
Marcus Semien stands in. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Now a check swing here and a little looper. Lindor backs up and takes care of it. 2 away.
He tried to check his swing. Looked like it was going to be a strike anyway, but he couldn't commit all the way. And as a result, he gives him a free out here with an easy soft liner.
Juan Lagares strides in here. He scored a run after doubling to get on base in his first at-bat.
Boy, he had a great at-bat last time up, and he'll look for another pitch he can drive right here.
Here's the first pitch to him. Sinker to open the AB in there for strike 1. A 1 pitch on its way. Now the 0-1 is swung on and lifted out to straightaway center field. And he dives to make a spectacular catch. What a play there to end the inning. Worth a second look here, as this is a beauty to end the inning. We're back to Friday Night Baseball on the show after this. Back alongside Eric Karros and Steve Lyons, Matt Vasgersian, as Carlos Santana will settle in to lead things off here for Cleveland. And he'll look at a fastball that doesn't miss by a whole lot. It's 1-0. High pop-up. Valencia is there for it. He's got it 1 away.
Third baseman, number
So
7.
we saw the fastball there as he got the pop out, and that'll segue right into our pitch speed comparison for these two starters. And both guys bringing it pretty good. A couple of matching 94s as the two top speeds thus far. So the bases are empty with one man gone. And standing in now, Juan Uribe. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0. Looked like a breaking ball there, but it missed badly. 2-0.
Trying to go front door with that breaking ball. Started it a little too far inside, though.
Bases are empty, one man out. Take sign must have been on there because that's right down the middle. Strike one.
Boy, and this is why you're trying to get yourself into good hitters counts. This is just right down the middle on 2-0, and swinging at this should be your reward, but he decides to let it go.
Unable to get the bat around in time, and the count evens at 2-2. And good patience to hold back on the curveball in the dirt. It's full now, 3-2.
He tried to get him to bite on that pitch, but it was way out of the zone there. It didn't even tempt him. Now he'll need to make a much better pitch here on a 3-2 count.
Just staying alive, putting together a really good at-bat here. And another foul ball. Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one. Making him work out there. The 9th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Now a half swing, but it's strike 3 anyway, says the home plate umpire, and that's out number 2.
And here this is one more time on show track. You can see it. He checked his swing there, and I think he did so in time, but you can clearly see that that pitch is in the strike zone, and I think ultimately that was a called third strike.
Standing in now, Abraham Almonte. Hit hard to short, taken in by Simeon. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. Indians go down 1-2-3. 5th inning coming up, tied at 1. Josh Fegley heads for the box to start off the 5th in this one.
The designated hitter, Josh Fegley.
Into the windup and the pitch. Curveball, and that misses in the dirt for ball 1. And the sinker is over here, and that evens things at 1.
He's just cruising out there now. I'll tell you, this may turn into a game of first team to 2 wins.
Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. Chop fouled over towards the coaching box. Ready to deliver the 1-2. Drilled right back up the middle, and a base hit, so the leadoff man is on to begin the inning.
Yeah, nothing too special about a ground ball single up the middle here, but if you keep putting the ball in play like they've been doing, good things have a tendency to happen. We'll see if this gets them started.
Rich Ayala will try it again. He's grounded out and struck out in 2 trips.
Yep, not showing too much so far, but he's got a chance to make something happen right here. See if he can put those other ABs behind it.
Here's a slider that's inside, 1-0. Kluber pauses. Here's the 1-0. Chopped weakly to the left. Tough play for Uribe. They'll force it up to second, and they do get the out there. But no real shot at two as he's safe easily at first.
Well, you could have put the first base bag out in the outfield grass on this play. You're not going to double this guy up. He's too fast. Still, a pretty good job of at least getting that lead runner at second base.
George Springer will dig in 1 for 2. He grounded out the first time and followed that with a base hit in his second plate appearance. He's ready. Here's the first offering. A pitch out. The throw. And that'll be in plenty of time and a perfect call on the pitch out there.
You know, some managers don't like to call for the pitch out right away, thinking if they guess wrong, it changes the whole at bat. But here, they had a good idea he'd be running, and turns out they were right.
Ground ball sent back up the middle. Lindor ranging up the middle. Throw in time, and the side is retired. A's go quietly there. Halfway home, all even at 1 apiece. Joey Butler will step in now to lead off the inning as his guys look to maybe break the rut they've been stuck in.
Yeah, and after that first inning, it's been all zeros since. And once he kind of got settled into that groove, he's been a difficult nut to crack.
First pitch of the at-bat. Reaches out, but he can't get it. It's 0-1.
Boy, we're well into this ball game now, and he's thrown 70% first pitch strikes to all the hitters he's faced. And when you can get ahead, your results are going to turn out well.
Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1.
Well, that two-seam fastball ran a little too much off the plate, but now that sets him up to work with something away and maybe even an off-speed pitch.
Now a good take here as he misses for a ball, and it's 2-1 now to the Cleveland left fielder.
And after that double in his first at-bat, you can tell they're approaching him with a bit more caution here. Well, they should.
Coming over for this is Springer, but he won't have a play. It's a foul ball. And good patience to hold back on the curveball in the dirt. It's full now, 3-2.
Well, when you have a guy 2-2, you can throw something out of the zone, try and get him to chase. But when it's that far below the strike zone, it becomes a lot easier to lay off.
And that misses ball 4 now. It's a leadoff walk to get the home half of the 5th underway.
And in a tie ball game, you don't want to be giving these guys free base runners to start the inning. He's going to need to bounce back from that pronto.
Into the box, Colin Cowgill. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
It was a pretty big strikeout, too, because he had a chance to drive in a run, so I'm sure he's going to be thinking about that missed opportunity for a little while.
And he pops up the bunt attempt. Leadoff man aboard here in a 1-1 ball game. And he falls behind 0-2. Bounced weakly near the plate, but that one rolls foul. Breaking ball. That's in the dirt as he takes a ball.
That big curveball is not an easy one to take on an 0-2 count. That's a great job of holding on.
Here's the 1-2 delivery. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
And the hope was that he would have chased one of those pitches, but now on 2-2, I don't think you fool around anymore.
1 run on 3 hits. No errors to this point for the Indians. On the ground to second base. This could be two. And a bit of a high throw that time, but no problem over there at first as they record the out.
Well, if you want to go by the numbers, somewhere around 37% of leadoff walks come around to score. Now, EK, I know you didn't know that, but that won't be an issue here as he bounces right back and he gets himself the double play.
So here's Francisco Lindor now. And here's a first pitch curveball that bounces on him there. It's ball one. 2 out, nobody on. That's inside. 2-0. Hit hard back up the middle. And that's in there. So perhaps some life here with 2 men out. So a ringing single here to center field makes it 2 hits for him on the night. And we'll call up our Indians leaderboard to show you that his total ranks him 3rd best on the squad.
Well, he hasn't exactly been tearing the league apart, but he's making enough noise with the bat to be respected. Clearly, he's a large piece of this offense.
So a runner at first with 2 away. And standing in now, the power-hitting second baseman, Jason Kipnis. First delivery to him on the way. And looks like he got the call there on the pitch inside. It's 0-1.
Well, definitely a steal situation here. When your leadoff guy gets on with 2 outs, I'd expect to see him go within the first few pitches.
Now a fastball here, not close, and it's 1-1 now. Squared that one up just a little late. Swing and a liner. Foul. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. Hit on the ground to short. Simeon's there, and he'll go the short way to retire the side. Indians leave 1. We've played 5 full, tied at 1 aside. Tom Noonan makes his way to the box to lead us off in the 6th inning.
And this is a guy that can make a big change in this game with one swing of the bat because you know he has big-time power.
Down and away, 1 ball and no strikes. Not too many strikeouts on the ledger for him so far, but it hasn't really mattered.
Yeah, I think ideally you'd like to see him miss a few more bats, but as long as you're keeping guys off balance and you're letting your defense help you, you don't need to strike a ton of guys out to be successful.
First 2 pitches off the mark here. It's 2-0. And here's a ball hit in the air. Brantley on the move. And it in fact lands in the corner. Foul. Ready to deal. Here's the 2-1. Tap foul at home plate. And he can't get out of the way of that one, so the leadoff man will be on to open the frame.
Well, in a tie game, that leadoff hitter, he knows he has to get on. Probably didn't quite have this in mind, but I have a feeling he'll take it.
Tyler Ladendorf will stand in now. He's struck out and flied out, 0 for 2 thus far. Now some movement in the Tribe bullpen as a right-hander starts to loosen up. He slaps that one away, and the count will be 0-1. Slider taken here. 1 ball, 1 strike. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
Yeah, right back to that inside location. When a guy shows you he can't handle a tough slider on the hands, you can bet that guy on the mound, he's going to go right back to that pitch before too long.
In there, and it's even now, 2-2.
Maybe you worry about this guy getting a little too slider happy. That's 3 in a row now, so you're giving that guy at the plate a pretty good look at it.
2-2 count. Here it comes. Hot shot on the ground is short, and that'll just elude his outstretched glove for a base hit. And they keep rolling here. They're runners at the corners with still nobody out.
Yeah, he hit a good pitch there. This thing's toward the outside part of the plate, but he stays with it all the way. Uses the big part of the field and gets himself a base hit.
Stepping in now, Danny Valencia. This will take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike 1.
Now with 2 on, nobody out, you got to be thinking strikeout double play out there on the mound. One or the other is what you really need.
Hoping to keep it tied. Here it comes. Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Way outside. 1-2.
And even on 1-2 now, you've got to expand the strike zone a little up there. You can't go down looking here. You've got to put this ball in play.
Runners at the corners here. Nobody out. And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
All right, now you've just seen 2 straight breaking pitches miss away. So as a hitter, you're going to eliminate that pitch. No way does he throw it a 3rd time.
On the ground for Kipnis. This could be 2. A bare hand for 1. On to first, and it's a double play, although the run does come into score from 3rd.
Wow, you know, it looked like they might have had a big inning brewing here with 1st and 3rd to start things out. They do get a run home here, but I'm pretty sure that's not exactly what they had in mind.
Here's the catcher, Travis d'Arnaud. As the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball 1.
And even though he's given up his share of hits so far, he still hasn't walked anybody, so at least he's got that going for him.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Now a ball grounded foul over toward the coaching box. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Outside, 2-1.
Yeah, he seems to be pitching him a little cautiously here. Maybe it's because he's 2 for 2 against him so far, but I think this is a guy you still need to come right after.
The 2-1 on its way. He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
And he's got a little bit of work to do now to avoid that first walk.
And a fastball misses there, ball 4.
Well, you know he wanted that pitch out there on the mound. I think it was probably a strike, but it doesn't really matter now. You have to let that pitch go, just forget about it, and concentrate on the next one.
Marcus Semien stands into the box. He's 0 for 2 so far in this one. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And that misses inside, 1-0. A runner on first with 2 away. chop foul right at home plate. Ooh, he saws him off with that one. Foul.
Well, you take a swing at a pitch like that, you're lucky that you only got sawed off. He's going to have to go find himself another piece of lumber.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. So 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and a runner left. Heart of the order, 3, 4, and 5 coming up. Oakland is on top in this one, 2-1. Michael Brantley will stand in to get things going for the Indians in their half of the 6th. Looks like a right-hander's gotten up to throw now in the Oakland pen. A fastball here as they'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. For that man right there, just the 1 run allowed. The question is, can he make that lead stand up?
Well, he hasn't shown too many signs of cracking so far. He's got the look of someone right now who's ready to go the distance.
Low and away as he misses again, 2-0.
And down by a run, a leadoff walk would certainly help the cause. He's got to shrink that strike zone here and not chase anything that he shouldn't be swinging at.
Too far out in front that time. He can't keep it fair. 2-1. Takes that one a little bit low. 3 balls and a strike now.
Well, I think it's time to attack now because these guys haven't been in too many good hitters' counts. This is where you need to pounce.
And, oh, he thought he'd work the walk, but it's a called strike 2 now. And that one misses, so the leadoff man will head down to first on ball 4 to start the bottom of the 6th.
And now on the mound after the leadoff walk, you put yourself in a situation where you're going to give these guys a good chance to get that run right back. I mean, here's where he'll need to try to get the next guy to hit something on the ground.
Yan Gomes steps in, working on a 1-for-2 game so far. And we see some action in the A's bullpen now. It's both a left-hander and a righty that start to loosen up. Hahn sets. Here's the first pitch. And he takes a cold strike, 0-1. Low-scoring game thus far, 2-1 here in the 6th. To short, hit hard. Reined in. He'll go to the bag for 1. On to first, and they get the double play.
This is a nice play up the middle. You can see this ball takes the shortstop right to the bag, so he'll just step on second and fire on to first for the double play.
Here's Carlos Santana now. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. Two out, nobody on. Liner toward right center. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
You talk about getting the bat head out in front. This is rifled up the middle. Can't square up a baseball any better than that.
Here's the third baseman, Juan Uribe. As he swings at the first pitch and lifts a fly ball out to left field. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. 1 left for the Tribe. They still trail it here, 2-1. Back here in Cleveland, the A's are on top in this one as we get set for the 7th. But before it gets underway, let's take a look at our game summary to this point. Dan Otero is on to pitch now as he'll take over to start inning number 7.
61, Dan Otero.
Juan Lagares will stand in here to start the 7th in a game that's been sailing along to this point.
Yeah, good thing we don't get paid by the hour, man. This game has flown by.
Now a ball lined to the left side, but foul. Tries to shave the corner with that pitch, but it's 1-1. Here it comes on 1-1. Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. Tried to hold up there. Appeal down to first, and no swing. It's ball 2. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory, and he's set down 1 away.
Now batting.
And this looked for a second like it might be trouble off the bat. But that's a great job by a corner infielder of ranging back to make that play.
Into the box now, Josh Fegley. Hard liner toward short, and that's into the outfield for a 1-out base hit.
Yeah, and plenty of hits here so far, but not a lot to show for it in the run column. Maybe this can help turn that around as they get a man on here with just 1 away.
Rich Ayala will stand in, and they've done a good job keeping him off base at the top of the lineup. He's 0 for 3 thus far.
Yeah, guys, not really providing the spark that they usually hope to get out of him. Maybe he can make something happen right here.
Here's a slider to start things out, looked at for ball 1. A look here at the hits per side here in the late going. Low and away as he misses again. 2-0.
Now on 2-0, we've got a fastball count, and we've got a good fastball hitter. That might spell some trouble if he indeed gets one out over the plate.
And this is poured in at the letters. 2-1 now.
Oh, and a good fastball hitter here. To me, that's a little surprising that he wouldn't be swinging away on 2-0.
Chops it foul at home plate as the count moves to 2-2 now. Even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. A little late with the swing, but he stays alive. Still 2-2. Set to deal on 2-2. Sinker. 3-2 now.
Now the question, do you send the guy on 3-2 with 1 out? You figure you're going to get something around the plate.
We're in the 7th inning now of a pitcher's duel. 2-1 our score. Not quick enough that time, and he's lucky to get another chance. Count remains full. Ground ball left side. Uribe's got it. Kipnis back to first, and a great stretch there may be the difference. It's a double play, and the inning is over. Around the horn they go. 5-4-3 to end the threat. We're back to Progressive Field after this. Abraham Almonte will stride forward now. He's bounced out a couple of times already here in the ball game.
Just a little off on his earlier swings, guys. got to keep that top hand palm up through contact to keep him rolling over.
And a breaking ball backs him out of the way. 1-0 the count. And this one's chopped foul right at home plate. Hans ready, coming home with the 1-1 pitch. Now a swing and a miss, and he's behind 1-2. It appears safe to say now that that man right there has turned things around from his last start.
And it's a great sign, too, of exactly what you need to do. You have to have a short memory out there. But you're right. He's pitching with a lot more confidence in this outing.
A little late on the fastball, but he's able to spoil that one off, and he'll get another chance. 1-2, here it comes. Lifted the other way out to left center. Ayala moves over. One away.
What a difference 5 days can make. He's been a totally different pitcher out there compared to his last start. The command is much better. The pitches are much sharper. Even the body language tells me he's got things under control.
Joey Butler stands in, reached on a walk in his last trip. Out in front of it, strike one. And he watches one dip low and inside for a ball. 1-1. One out, nobody on. Drives it the other way to deep right. Back goes Springer. He makes the running play. 2 down.
Sometimes when you're facing the bottom third of an order, hey, just run it up there. Let him hit it. This is now back-to-back flyouts, and he hasn't had to work all that hard to get him.
Colin Cowgill will stand in looking to turn things around. He's struck out and bounced into a double play so far. Not such a hot start.
Nope, not doing much to help the cause so far, guys, but there's still some ball game left.
Breaking ball for a strike. 0-1.
He's done a really good job of kind of getting ahead of hitters here by throwing first pitch strikes to 70% of the batters he's faced, and that's why he's doing so well.
And it's quickly 0-2. Very weakly on the ground. That winds up foul. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. Down in order go the Tribe. They're down 2-1. George Springer comes to the plate, and he'll start us off in the 8th.
The right fielder, number 4, George Springer.
First pitch coming. Here it is. First pitch of the inning is taken downstairs for a ball. It's 1-0. Now here's the pitch. Hits it high and deep out to center field. Almonte ranging back, and he tracks it down. Nice play for the first out.
Well, if this is a day game, this is a home run. You know, a night game, much different story here. This place just doesn't have the same kind of carry to it under the lights, and this winds up being a long out to the warning track.
Tom Noonan steps in, working on a 1-for-2 game so far. First offering to him stays upstairs. It's a ball and no strikes. Called strike at the knees, 1-1. And this one's tapped foul at home plate. Ready on 1-2. Tried to shoot the corner and he missed it. 2-2. Still 2-2. Our pitcher's duel continues here. 2-1 score as we play the 8th. And this is swung on and missed. Two are quickly retired to start inning number 8.
Well, one thing you learn real quick as a rookie, you don't get any easy at-bats at this level. You got to be thinking up there every single pitch, because guys up here, they'll tear you apart if you don't.
Into the box, Tyler Ladendorf, as he lays off a fastball too low for ball 1. In tight with the sinker, ball 2. Over the outside half, and it's 2-1. Oh, and not an easy pitch to lay off of, but he did somehow, and he's got it to 3-1.
That's a pitch you really have to learn to take against a guy like this. But even if you make contact, you're just going to get something in on the label, so that's a great take.
And that is in there at the letters to run it full 3-2.
When he's got that slider working the way he wants it, it can be such a weapon for him.
2 out, nobody on. Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going. He's set. Here's the 3-2. And he looks at ball 4 now. So he's aboard, and you always have to worry about the threat of the steal when he's on base.
And I may not know a whole lot about pitching, but what I do know is this is not the guy you want to be putting on base with a walk. That definitely puts the stolen base in order now with 2 away.
Danny Valencia will dig in now, hoping to perhaps make him pay for the 2-out walk.
Yeah, nothing going on earlier in this inning, but a chance to make some noise right here. Those kind of walks often seem to come back and bite guys somehow.
And a gorgeous flip to second, and with that, the side is retired. So no runs here, no hits, no errors, and a runner left on. Not too many more shots left. Home half of the 8th coming up. The A's lead this one 2-1. Ryan Madsen is on out of the bullpen now as he'll take over to start the bottom of the 8th.
44, Ryan Madsen.
Francisco Lindor will step in to lead it off for Cleveland. He'll be followed in the order by Jason Kipnis. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. He'll try to bunt his way on as he gets this one down. Valencia is up with it on to first, and the throw goes right by him. And he'll get in there standing up with a leadoff double.
You wonder if this is a ball that he probably should have just held on to. Instead, he tries to force it to first, and I think they're going to score this as a single and an error.
So striding in, Jason Kipnis, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Trying to hold the lead. Grounded up the first baseline. Noonan comes up with it. And he'll take this to the bag himself for the first out, but it's a productive one as the runner moves up to third.
Smart baseball right there. It's amazing how often this thing gets fouled up. You got the go-ahead run at second base. Nobody out. Your first job has to be to get the guy to third base, and he's able to put this ball on the ground to the right side to move that guy up 90 feet and get some high fives in the dugout.
Here's Michael Brantley as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike one.
And that's about where he'll sit with that fastball, 93, 94. And that's plenty hard enough to blow it by guys when you need to.
And low, it's a ball and a strike. A man at third with one away. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. Now a swing, and the barrel of the bat breaks in two that time. Foul. 1-2 offering looked like a slider that time, but it's 2-2.
Oh, that's not a bad idea right there. Go ahead and try that back foot slider on a 1-2. Hope you can get him to commit. That's a good job of laying off of that pitch.
Fought off at the plate, and we'll do it again. He's set. Here's the 2-2. Popped high in the air. Semien is there for it. And he brings it in for the second out of the inning.
Well, that's a disappointing at-bat right there with one out. He got it airborne all right, but he winds up hitting it straight up in the air, and as a result, he can't pick up that runner from third base.
Here's the catcher, Yan Gomes, as he will take strike one on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. A little quick on that swing, and he finds himself behind 0-2. Ready with the 0-2. And that's a setup pitch right there, 1-2. They try to come in with the fastball, but it's too far in, and it's even at 2-2.
I think you have to ask yourself, was he trying to throw a fastball for a strike right there? Or was he just trying to set me up for that changeup away?
He got him, and the tying run is left stranded at third. No runs on one base hit, one error in the inning, and a man left on. Ninth inning coming up. It's the A's 2 and the Indians 1. And welcome back to Major League Baseball on the show from Progressive Field in Cleveland, Ohio. Jeff Manship come on now to start the ninth inning as he looks to keep this deficit right where it is for the bottom of the ninth. Kicking off the top of the ninth, Travis d'Arnaud, as they'll look for some added insurance before the bottom half of the inning.
And he's already been on base 3 times in this ballgame, so let's see if he can do it one more time.
Here we go with inning number 9 as the first pitch misses for ball 1. Hit hard to short. Lindor fields it cleanly. Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the ninth inning gets underway.
The batter, number 13, shortstop, Marcus Semien.
Marcus Semien, ready to take another shot, went down on strikes his last time up.
Yep, they sent him packing last time, so maybe they have a pretty good idea of how to attack him again right here.
Righty against righty as this is taken for a ball. It's 1-0.
Well, I need to see that again because it looked like he flat missed that call behind the plate.
The windup and the 1-0 pitch. And he misses again, 2-0. A strike, and it's 2-1. Bases are empty, one man out. All even now, 2-2. A 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. Just out in front of that one, still 2-2. One out, nobody on. And a swing and a miss here, and the first two are dispatched to begin the ninth.
And this bullpen's picking right up where their starter left off. This has been a real team effort on the mound so far.
Lagares.
Juan Lagares will stand in. He flew out his last time up. First pitch on its way. That's yanked into the stands. Strike one. The windup and the 0-1. And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Brantley on the move. He tracks it down, and that will end the inning. A's are gone in order. They lead it 2-1. Sean Doolittle is on now to try to close things down here in the ninth.
Number 62, Sean Doolittle.
Carlos Santana will be the first one to greet him, as he'll have to turn around and bat from the right side of the plate here.
First baseman, Carlos Santana.
And he'll take strike one on the fastball, registering at 93 that time.
And against a guy like this, you're usually only going to get one pitch to hit in that bat. Sometimes you might not even get that, so that's one he may want back.
A little bouncer. Foul ball, strike two. Just a touch outside, 1-2.
And I think that might have been a little bit of a purpose pitch right there up in the zone. Now I think he's going to come back down with something to try to get that strikeout.
Doolittle pauses. Here's the 1-2. Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. And tough fastball to lay off on 1-2, but he did, and it's 2-2 now. curveball. Strike 3 called, and he didn't like it, but there's the first out.
Well, I think he's upset here because that pitch has not been a strike all night. You'll see here on show track, it's still not a strike. He's got a definite gripe. I want to have a word or two myself.
Here's the third baseman, Juan Uribe, as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Hit hard to the right side. Leidendorf over to his left. Throw on to first, and now the Indians are down to their final out.
Yeah, and now just 1 out away from wrapping up this one, and that would certainly be a good way to start the series if they could take game 1 on the road.
Abraham Almonte stands into the box. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. From the stretch. And he gets ahead with the curveball. Strike 1.
Not a bad idea to take a look at that one there. Now that you've seen the curveball, you can start to get a better gauge on it. You get a feel for what it looks like coming out of the pitcher's hand.
Swing and a miss, and now the Tribe finds themselves down to their last strike.
It was kind of a delayed swing right there. He looked like he had to wait to see if it was going to be anywhere close, and now he's in a big hole.
Lined hard to the left side, but this will be a foul ball. And he gets strike 3 called to end it here, and with that, this one is over.
Yeah, and that's a good job to come right out here and set the tempo for this series as they finish off a good road victory here in Game 1.
This one, definitely a low-scoring affair as we get one last look at our final line score. Well, you always hope to get a good outing from your starting pitcher, but this man went above and beyond in this one. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, I thought he really pitched well. He ran into a few problems here and there along the way, but aside from that, he was definitely a difference maker out there.